This tastes like apple juice.
Shitty tippers.
What?
Nothing.
Nothing.
We just testing right now? Testy.
It should be fine.
Test.
Hey.
Hi.
Neck.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Do I not need to do timestamps?
I guess not.
I guess we'll behave.
If anybody, don't piss me off.
Don't piss Dylan off.
What do you think you're doing?
What do you mean?
You just keep making noise.
That's just what he
All I did
normally
was
does.
burp.
How come they
Ugh.
didn't make the Black Ranger black on your shirt? They made him gray.
Because
I wonder.
You know, it's the same deal with the maple syrup. Can't have no,
No tits. I know. I stopped buying maple syrup. Now I make my own.
yeah.
Yeah.
If I can't have butterworks, I ain't doing it.
Why are you looking?
I'm talking
off
about the Aunt
like,
Jemima.
Oh.
What'd
I'm
you
trying
smoke before you
I'm
got
trying
here?
to think.
What are you?
of
Are you
something.
Jonathan?
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
trying to think.
No, you remember?
Where is John?
Remember that you asked
He's in
about?
Festus somewhere.
You asked about this Black Ranger. You know why he's not black?
Yeah.
Because it's bigger than black and white.
Well, they just completely changed his color to gray.
It's bigger
it's
than
just
black and
gray.
white.
You see,
Well, yeah, it's yellow and red and green and blue.
It's bigger than that.
Well,
It's
shit.
So,
bigger
like,
than black and white.
Another thing.
Huh.
So like, you know how like the shading on like what's normally like white patches?
Yeah.
Like,
it's peach.
Yeah, well like Red Rangers is like reddish, pinkish, bluish, greenish, grayish.
Mhm.
That is not fucking yellow.
That is not fucking
They
black.
did her dirty.
This is
It looks like
This
piss.
is pear. I think that's
Pear?
I don't think.
have you ever
that-
seen a pear?
You ever eat a pear? This is what the inside look like.
Hello
Oh,
Like
the white there?
I don't know what kind
Yeah.
of pears you eating.
and welcome
Not this.
to the Bucket of Milk podcast.
That's a lemon.
The podcast where no conversation has an expiration date. It's your boy, Lemon Man. And today I'm joined by Sean. Sean, how are you?
I'm fantastic.
How come?
Just up good here lately.
You up good?
We're up good.
You know who else is up good?
Yeah?
Alec.
Whoa.
Alec.
Alec.
I'm
How
up-
are you?
I'm
Tell,
up-
tell the people.
I'm up great.
He's up
Oh,
great,
Oh,
he
shit.
said.
Better.
That's a notch
We're
above.
gonna have to get into
Yeah,
that.
that might be a topic for
Before that,
We don't normally have a lot of those.
I'm also joined by Alex.
You-
How are you, man?
You know what? I'm up exponentially.
Oh my god.
Ooh. Damn, son.
To the max.
Damn.
I've never been upper before. Just the
Damn.
uppers that
Goddamn.
we're in. Yeah.
Alright, well,
Oh my
we'll
God.
see you guys next time. What? You are drinking milk.
I'm up so good I gotta take my jacket.
The rest of us have an
Alcoholic
angry
beverages.
orchard.
Yeah.
And
I'm-
you're grabbing your head like, oh.
Man,
I
this
was
milk
just
got me
so-
acting the fuck up.
No, I'm not
acting
trying to
up.
act
Oh, I
up.
know.
All I'm saying is like I was thinking about how up exponentially it was like.
I was up.
Yeah.
How'd he
it
get
was,
there?
It was blowing my mind. I didn't know.
That's a pretty high level right
Yeah.
there. Being
At
up.
least 6.
So
At
much
least.
Damn,
dope.
son.
Yeah.
So much dope.
What?
Dopamine. That's the.
You
that's
can't
the,
say that.
I can. I just did.
Fantastic.
He did say that. That's
He
true.
did say that. Hey,
What? Just
None of that.
happened.
That's,
no,
that's
none
what
of
whole
that.
milk does to me.
Keep that phlegm down inside.
It's that.
Better hold
That
on.
it's that he said.
You know what some person will try to tell me one time?
Nope.
He said you can't drink that that milk because you know how like when you drink milk and you get it's like you got that mucus, that's cow snot. And I was like, there's no fucking way.
I had adults telling me the same fucking shit. and I was
what
like,
What adults did you guys
What?
talk to?
But-
I was
But-
talking to this trainer for the fucking Los Angeles Rams.
What?
Who came to our police academy to talk to us about fucking
Phlegm.
no, not phlegm, to talk to us about
It's a
like
hot topic.
like meal prep and like different like
Are you
things you
good?
can eat for like protein and stuff like that. He's like, you can't
get into
really
that
drink
later.
milk because it's got like cow snot in it. And I was like, huh?
Bro, I
That's
want.
the wrong hole.
so like, not to cut you off, Dylan, but
Oh, you cut me.
when I was a kid, one time I had like a bad cold. My dad was like,
Achoo.
now don't go and drink any milk. because that's just cow snot. It's gonna back up your nose even more. I'm like, okay.
God.
And I was 7, so I was like, my father's correct.
Well, on the subject, what are some other things that you were told as a child that you found out not to be true?
one of the biggest
What do you
motherfucking
think?
upsets of my entire life is when I found out that it wasn't illegal to have your car light on
The dome
at
light?
night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's not illegal.
Yeah.
Well, there's not. Yeah.
But
that-
whose parent told them that?
Well, mine always were like, no, that's gonna fucking blind everybody. It's gonna blind me. It's
Yeah.
gonna blind the other drivers.
Yeah.
We're all gonna die.
Acting like it's this like bright fucking beacon.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I
like-
can't see anything.
Like I'm like I flip a switch and there's the sun. You know.
My dad was like, you better turn that off, you're gonna get pulled over. Huh?
I don't know what their deal was with the dome light.
I don't know.
I think it just fucked
To
them
this
up.
day,
having-
my parents, and I hope my dad
I
hears
mean,
this. To
like-
this day, my parents swear that they never told us that, but all of us remember.
That's some
Dave,
bullshit.
Dave, there's
saying that.
no shot. I was in a car with you before, Dave. No shot, bro.
Turn that off.
I don't
Gonna
know.
cause
It's
a crash.
probably just me, but my parent, mainly my mom,
Yeah.
her bullshit was always around me misbehaving.
Oh yeah.
Being like, hey, if you don't quit misbehaving, I'm gonna send you to the hobo house.
What?
The fuck?
What's the hobo house?
The hobo house is a place on Main Street.
Yeah.
It's that fucking house where everybody like picks. I don't remember if it's like walnuts or pecans.
I know what
There's
you're talking
always
about.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that house, which I don't know why nobody's done anything with. It's a pretty sick looking like property.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It's because it's the hobo house.
Yeah,
It's their
That's
property.
that brick house, right? Like the
I
red,
think so.
red brick
There you go.
house.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she'd drive by there sometimes to install fear within myself and my
You
sister.
see that? That's your future homeboy.
Yeah, and she'd be like, they don't let you do anything. They don't let you. You don't even have windows. They board up all the windows. You get to look out one little hole
My God.
and all this stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
I think.
I don't want to go there. You know what I mean?
I feel you, dog. But I think my biggest lie, and this isn't just one that my parents told me. This is like one that all adults told me, was that I would get older and people would just walk up to me on the street and offer me free drugs.
Yeah.
I'm
Still waiting for that.
I'm still waiting for that. I'm like, when's someone gonna offer me some crack?
Well, it's not even
You know,
like just parents. What about the rumors? Like every middle school teacher was like, "This isn't gonna fly in high school." Everything
And then it did.
flies.
Yeah, everything.
I could
flies
pull
in
as
high
many
school.
weeds as I want in high
Yeah.
school, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
Fuck you, Valley.
Dude, another
Get
thing
fucked.
was like if I did something, like if me and my mom had like gotten into an argument or whatever, and then like for some reason after that I like stubbed my toe, she would always be like, "That's the devil." And I was like, "Huh?"
Oh my god.
Or like I'd hit my head, or I'd lose something, I'd drop something. Well, that's the fucking devil.
Yeah.
Of course.
You did that.
Of course, there's the black watermelon seeds. You eat all watermelon
Oh
seeds.
yeah, watermelon's gonna grow
watermelons
inside you. I mean,
Yeah.
you, like
Same with
That was
bubblegum.
every seed.
have you watched
for
that
me.
episode of Rugrats? Like it's
Oh, it's true. I know.
It's
It's scarred me forever.
Chew or swallowing bubble gum. I swallow the fucking bubble gum I
I
want.
mean, obviously, there's like Tooth
Every time I
Fairy,
eat bubblegum, I swear.
Santa,
yeah.
Easter Bunny.
Yeah.
What do you mean, Santa?
Yo, spoiler alert, guys. Santa, fake.
Proof.
I don't know about y'all, but my mom never told me. I asked about it because the rest of my people were like, "Yeah, he's not real." I'm like,
I saw him.
"Really?"
I saw him.
I was
time-
10 or 11, and I'm like, "Mom, level with me."
We talk Chad.
Santa Claus is
Chad.
fake,
Yeah.
right? Was she
Yeah, and
honest
she's
with
like,
you? Or?
Yeah, it's like, well, yes and no. 'Cause she's like, I believe he existed at some point. All right.
Oh,
I saw him once.
But his legacy
was
lives
just your
on.
dad.
everyone dies.
It
Dylan.
wasn't.
Everyone dies.
It's not my dad. I swear to God. You know how people who cite UFOs? I
Yeah.
cited Santa.
All right.
One
Anyway.
day, I was outside in my backyard, and I saw what I thought to be deer in the sky. And I said, whoa.
There's deer.
Sandy?
There's Sandy. It was snowing. There was a bite out of my cookie.
Mm-hmm. See, my dad, I'm assuming
Does
my
Phil
dad,
still deny that to this day?
my parents were good. Like we had the fireplace, so they would crack the fireplace door. They would leave fucking footprints.
Damn.
They would crumble up the
That's
cookies and drink
elaborate.
the milk. I'm saying they went out of their way to make us.
We
believe.
even left carrots for the reindeer, and they got eaten.
Of course, they got eaten. No.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I remember I was like really little. I still lived in Fredericktown at this point in time.
Uh-huh.
And one time when I was like maybe 8 or 9, I was like, so this fat guy comes in here, leaves presents like in the middle of the night, eats our cookies, drinks our milk. That's fucking incredible. I gotta go wait out in the living room to see this fat fuck break into my house and leave me a bunch of treats, bunch of presents. And then apparently I wasn't as stealthy as I thought because I got my ass whooped for being up that
Oh my
night.
God.
My mom comes out the living room and sees me hiding under one of those little coffee tables.
Yeah.
She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm trying to see Sam."
Trying to see Santa Claus.
And that's when Sean hit puberty.
That's when he got me that year.
Got his ass beat so bad his balls dropped.
But,
My
I'm
God.
just imagining Sean getting pulled out from under the table. Oh!
Yeah, and then that still wasn't deep enough, so he started faking it his freshman year.
y'all ever
Nope.
speaking of getting your ass whooped as a kid, y'all ever like make the mistake of like laughing when your mom would spank you?
Well,
Hey, dude, my brother Cade was notorious for fucking giving my mom shit because we used to.
Is that all you got?
No, listen, bro. Yeah, when Cade would cuss a lot when he was like a young lad,
yeah.
and my mom would like hit us with some hot sauce to like teach
Hit
us
you
a
with hot
lesson.
sauce?
Yeah,
No,
elaborate.
Not like hit us with the hot sauce bottle. She would like dash hot sauce on her tongue, like Tabasco sauce.
Oh, okay.
Like she'd
Or
take
something.
the glass bottle and stab her children.
No, so like one time, Cade being the hard-headed fucking just
I can
absolute
see
savage as a kid, said something and my mom brought out the habanero hot sauce and like dashed his tongue and he was like, tastes pretty good. I think I'll have some more.
Oh, fuck.
And my mom fucking grabbed his tongue and then the kid was still too stubborn that later, like, as he's going, he's fucking tearing up. He's like crying.
He went through
And then-
conditioning.
and then my-
In that night on the
And
set.
then my mom was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Do you want some milk?" Nope.
Oh god.
And then Cade was a different kind of human. He could not, when we were kids, he could not stop without getting the last word. So we'd be in the car and we'd be getting in trouble and I'd tell Cade, and I'd be, "Cade, if you shut the fuck up, Mom won't remember to give us spankings when we get home."
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "But," and I was like, "Cade, shut up." So I got in trouble because of him multiple times when I was really like, "Just shut the fuck
Well,
up."
that sounds like me and my
And
brother.
they'll forget.
Dude.
You know?
When I was a kid, my sister would always like get into trouble and shit. Her main thing was like she wanted like this, and this. You know, like she would go. We would go out shopping, and she would want every fucking thing in the store, right? And I'd just be like, "Listen, kid. The secret is to not ask for it and just look at it for a minute."
You just put it in the cart.
And then keep walking. No, like my mom was sweet enough. Like as if it wasn't crazy expensive. If I didn't ask for it, but she knew I wanted it, at some point she would surprise me and get it. You know, the secret was to just not being an annoying little shit and cry and scream over not getting every single thing that you want. But on getting your ass beat one time. I was in daycare, right? And my parents kept me in daycare.
So this is gonna be a very different story.
I know. Well, it was a tangent off of Alec's thing, and now I'm getting back to my point,
Okay,
right?
I got you. You know, I'll follow.
We're steering back onto the highway.
Sean went to a
Wait, Sean,
daycare
before
to beat
you-
some ass.
Before you go into your
I don't know what that
point,
means.
Before you get to your point, I have another story about
Go on.
a good old Cade reel.
Okay, Drew.
one day, like, mom came into our room and she's like, "Hey, if you guys clean your room, like, we'll go to Walmart. You can each get a Hot Wheel." And back then, Hot Wheels were shit.
I remember.
I loved Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Hot
Wheels are my shit.
So I was like,
all the way to Walmart to get a Hot Wheel.
well, they had the fucking gay ass off-brand Hot Wheels in town, but
Yeah, cold
nobody,
wheels.
Just
nobody wants
Cold wheel.
nobody wants mild
Bro.
wheels.
Yeah.
Just go to AutoZone.
Lukewarm wheels. I don't want
For
that.
some reason.
So
they have
she said that, and I started cleaning up, and Kate just kind of sat there. He was just like doing his own thing, and Mom's like, "Kate, if you help clean your room, then you can get a Hot Wheel too." He's like, "I don't really like Hot Wheels," and my mom was like, "Fine." She's like, "Alec, you're getting 2 Hot Wheels." And you were like, "Thanks, Kate." No, and then I was like, "Don't worry, Kate, I'll share." Mom was like, "You do not share with your brother. He doesn't want Hot Wheels." So that was my other story about Kate.
Right on. That's fucking funny. But
Go ahead about getting your ass whooped.
so I didn't get whooped very much as a kid. My mom says I was pretty easy to raise, but one time, like, I'm 10 years old and I was not thin as a kid. I'm not super thin now. I was fat as a kid.
What your mom used to call you?
Fucking pork chop. Never lived this down. Anyway,
Porky.
I never should have told you fuckers. Anyway, so I'm 10 years old and
Yeah.
I'm just like laying out by this tree, just fucking hanging out,
Pork chop, hanging out.
just under a tree, living my best life.
I had pork chop
And
hanging out under that tree.
this other kid comes over and jumps on my back and then walks off like nothing happened. I'm like, "Hey, what'd you do that for?" And he's like, "What are you gonna do about it, fat ass?"
It's pork chop. No, it's...
And so I kicked him in his chest. The problem my mom had with that was that he was 4 years younger than me.
Sean was actually 6.
How old were you?
Sean was 6.
I was 10.
Sean was 6 and this was a fucking toddler.
Yeah, this was a kid like on the cusp of first grade. And I fucking put like a size 9.
10 years old with a
shot!
I don't know what size I was wearing, like a 6.
I was gonna ask you how you kicked a kid in his chest, but that makes sense now.
You didn't have to lift your foot very high.
Yeah,
huh?
no, his chest was like level, with where my foot would be.
Yeah.
So I kicked him in his chest. Obviously, like, made him cry, and I got him in a shit ton of trouble.
And after that, Sean got a boner, found out he was gay, and here we are.
What?
He
What's wrong with you?
He kicks
Anyway.
every man he's with in the chest.
Yeah, I have a sexual attraction to
He's-
kicking men in the chest.
This is Sparta.
Yeah,
Ask Daniel.
Hey, 300 is a very sexual
Pussycat.
it is.
If you're weird.
How is he?
You're pretty weird. So.
I mean, it's a movie full of hot guys, but what's sexual about it?
The Spartans are very
Anyway.
sexual people, Sean.
Talk about Shrek.
Huh? Anyway, so I get home later on that day. My mom has heard about what happened, so she's like, I gotta spank you. I gotta. You shouldn't have done that." And I'm like, "I know," and I took it, and there was a period in my life where, like, I didn't get spankings with, like, the pants and underwear off.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So she just pulls my britches down, spanks me, I have my underwear on,
Okay.
doesn't hurt, and I laughed. And she's like, "Oh, it didn't hurt?" I'm like, "Not really."
Why are you saying that, man?
Thinking you don't lie to your mama. Well, she pulls the underwear down, smacks my bare ass until I start bawling.
My God.
Never laugh when you get spankings.
I never got the spankings. We never really got grounded or spanked. It was just, they were disappointed in us.
See?
And that...
No, I got
I'll say it.
I got
I'll
spanked
say
like
it.
maybe twice.
Despite all our boomer viewers that exist,
Yeah.
I don't think spankings do anything positive for children
They
whatsoever.
probably don't. I think they're
All it
better
does
ways.
is teach fear.
Yeah. Like,
So what?
yeah, like you're a like 30
He's a
30-year-old versus going up against, like, say, an 8-year-old, right? You got like 100 fucking pounds on this kid, like 4 feet.
That's what Sean was thinking he was 10. I got 100 pounds of this kid.
Yeah.
If you're 30,
He's gone.
if you're 30 and only have 100 pounds on an 8-year-old, Jesus Christ.
It's Sean Willie. Pork chop's fat as fuck.
Shut up.
You gonna do that?
Pork chop's fucking huge.
Maybe it's a 30-year-old that fucking runs. I don't know.
Nah. I mean, you see it on Facebook
Yeah.
mainly, because
Yeah.
that's where all the boomers are.
Right.
It's like, participation trophies.
Right.
Wah.
Right.
Oh, back in my day, I get spankings and somehow I learned how to do my taxes. Like, sure, man.
Sure. That's why you learn how to do your taxes.
Yeah. Or that's how you become an adult.
I feel like spankings. Like, what I did, I kicked a fucking 6-year-old kid in the chest.
Yeah.
I should have got my ass whipped for that. I think that was a justified spanking. Now, the one other time, I tried to get my younger brother to cuss. I hid under a blanket in the living room and was like, hey, say ass. And I got spanked for that. I don't think I should have gotten spanked for that one. Not justified. I think
I got spanking always, bro.
Hey, bro.
I didn't do anything for me.
Yeah. Still a little shit to this day.
I don't think that, like, being smacked was like, alright, now Dylan won't smoke weed.
Right. Like, it doesn't...
Or anything, whatever the fuck else.
I don't think it takes very much for a kid, because, like, I mean, kids cry, like, over the littlest shit, you know, because they're, like, 5, and whatever is making them cry is, like, the worst thing to ever happen to them, because they have, like, no life experience.
Yes.
So you really don't have to smack them. You can do, like, anything other than that, and it's fine. Like, wash your mouth out with soap if they said a bad word, or make them do extra chores, you
fucking
know?
ground
some shit
them.
like that. Ground them, yeah.
So I don't think that
Take something
anybody
away from
else can have like this shared opinion except for like I think everybody here but Dylan will understand, like, after you and your brothers get to a certain age, fighting is no longer like a fun thing. It's like a to the death,
Yeah.
breaking bones, like
Don't get me
I
started.
don't know
Kill
about breaking
somebody,
bones,
dude.
but
I don't know, man.
I would go
sucks.
on elaborate
True.
trips to trick Jake, and I had this 5-foot pole that I crafted in Boy Scouts. I was in Boy Scouts for 1 year, and man, did I craft some stuff. Everyone would go out and go do their thing, and I was in there making shit. Well, I made this 5-foot walking stick.
yeah,
So
that's a big.
I had Dad call for Jake, or I don't remember exactly how it worked, but maybe I did it. But Jake comes running in, and I swept the knees
Oh, no.
I forget what he did to me.
You
but
son of a
I
bitch.
swept the knees with the walking stick, and then when he got up to fight me, I backed down. I backed down real quick. I said, "You win, you win." I gave up my weapon, and I went in for a hug. Well, when I went in for the hug, your boy took a knee to his nuts.
Yeah.
And then thus started 9 o'clock beatings. 9 p.m. every night, Jake would come and knock on my door. Knock, knock. It's 9 o'clock. I get my ass kicked for 5-10 minutes, and I never lived it down.
dude, me and
They
Kate.
talked about that at his wedding.
Yes, he would legit do it. My parents knew about it. They avoided my room at 9 p.m. because I was getting my ass kicked. All because I kneed him in the nuts.
Me and Kate.
Warranted? Probably.
Me and Cade like did a lot of like so we're like 2 years apart, so we did a lot of like when we grew up we would like play fight, like, oh, we're Power Rangers and shit.
Yeah.
But then like once we got to like 12, 13, like that's when like Tap Out and UFC came out. So then like I was watching a lot of that.
It went from morphin' time
It
to
went from Morphin
rear
time
naked
to
chokehold.
fucking to guillotine chokes. And I just remember one time, like, me and Cade were legitimately in a full-on fist fight. Like, if I was doing this on the street, I would be arrested. But I'm doing this on the backyard and on my trampoline. So I fucking double jumped his ass and then fucking karate kicked him off the trampoline.
Oh, God.
That's fucking brutal.
Dude, it was no fucking rules.
Alex,
back
like,
then.
that's the coolest thing I've ever done,
Yeah,
but are you
it
alright?
is.
Yeah.
It is. Kate also
Jesus
hit me.
Christ.
You remember those, gardening stakes that you sit in and then you place, like, there's, like, those big green metal poles and you can place, like, the plastic fence around them? Well, Kate hit me in the head with that one time.
Oh, God damn!
Fucking Cain and
This
Abel
ain't
over
no
here.
play of fighting.
That was a hospital visit. And
Yeah,
then you know those like 2-prong weenie roasters? Like,
Yeah.
Cade fucking bopped me on the head with that one. But I got his ass back because there was one time where
Who are you looking at?
nothing. I was looking at this wall. there
He was
was
stepping up on me.
there was one time where fucking Kate had said something to me and it got me irritated. So we were in the kitchen and I got the ice tray and I fucking bopped him with the ice tray, right?
Right.
And then he got pissed, so he fucking full on bull charged me straight to the door, and me being the fucking slide Chad that I am, took one step to the right, and he fucking headbutted our dresser door and fucking had a concussion. I said, that serves you right, fucko.
Oh my god!
Got his ass.
Got his ass.
My little brother and I would always fight, but nothing like that, dog. That's fucking
We were
savage.
Me and my older brother fought,
Jesus
and I
Christ.
quickly realized I got 2 younger sisters, so I could go fuck them up.
Yeah.
Word. No, I always I figured out that if I tickled them, they didn't like that.
They had tickle fights.
No, like nothing would piss them off more than just tickling them, like to the point where they were like, stop, you know, and they would like just get this like strength out of nowhere. Like I'm on top of them, and they're like doing a push up and lifting me off the floor, and then we go at it. Just fucking.
Selena was just a fucking bitch. I'm gonna send her this pod.
I concur.
Was?
Bro, I mean, we're better now.
Oh, yeah,
but
I know,
She's
I know.
still a bitch. But, like...
She's manageable now.
She's my bitch. I don't fucking know. Like, she would remind my mom about things that I did wrong years ago.
Funnel cake sticks.
Oh, my God.
Bro.
Why is your water bubbling like that?
Yeah.
What?
So, I don't remember what fucking grade it was. But a long time ago, Dave was in the hospital. And Alex and his family were well, not like Julie, but him and his siblings were staying with us. And my mom took us all to Burger King one day. Yeah. Jake was 16, 17. He had a job.
Yeah.
So he had money.
Yeah, we were about 14.
Yeah. And back, I don't know if beatings were still happening then.
Oh, yeah.
But at least around me.
Prime beatings.
At least when they were with me. Me, Alex, and Jake, all cool.
Yeah.
Big chillin'.
Big chillin'.
Yeah. So Jake's like, Mom's buying us all food, and I'm like, ooh, there's funnel cake sticks.
Yeah.
Jake's like, oh, fuck.
Jake was 16 with a job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jake could buy the funnel cake.
Oh, fuck
so, like,
yeah.
my mom was done, and then she didn't want to, like, buy that. So I was like, all right, Jake. And you can't tell, Jake, you cannot spend your own money. No.
Right.
So he bought funnel cake sticks.
Yeah.
Like, we all got a water cup. And me, Alex, and Jake are all smart. Mm-hmm. So we filled our water cups with Sprite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Obviously. Because we're thieves.
Of course. That's just what you do as a
fuck
kid.
the system, man.
Yeah. And so what happens first is we're walking with our Burger King cups full of Sprite. And Selena, bitch, goes... Why's your water bubbling like that? And it's like, it's Sprite.
Now, how old is she at this point?
Who cares?
She's been 12.
Probably.
Yeah.
So she knows better than to snitch.
Yeah.
No.
Continue.
No.
Or she should.
She should know better. She should know better.
Morgan and Jenna never gave us any fucking problems. Selena, terrible. Terrible. Anyway,
Just terrible.
she's like, soda? We're not supposed to get soda. We got water. I'm like, well, I'm just better.
And she's almost like yelling this, which is not a big deal, but at the time when you're 14 and you just took soda, it's kind of a big deal.
And then, as she's telling Mom about this, Mom doesn't care.
Right.
And but she has to act like it matters because like she's a mom.
Yeah.
But so then they say funnel cake sticks for Jake.
No.
At the cashier.
Yeah.
At the cash register, and she's like, funnel cake sticks. And then she said soda. Like, soda? Yeah.
Funnel
Both
cake sticks? Soda?
Yeah. We ate them.
Madness.
Like, not we didn't face any repercussions.
Well,
She didn't
good.
like that.
Selena
but
didn't like that?
No.
Hmm.
Selena,
It was a valiant effort, though, to get us in trouble.
yeah. I mean, I never fought my sister. I'd throw like a flip flop or something every now and then. Like,
Get the hell out of
shut
here.
the fuck up.
Yeah.
There's a time. I think like the hardest object I've ever thrown was like a remote.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
kind of shit. Ah! It's like, shut up, dude.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Grow up.
And then there's this one time, I don't even remember what she did, but like I took a knife, bro, and I said, "Shut up." And then she still tells this story. I put the knife down, but she didn't see me do that, so I started chasing her. She thought I had a knife,
Oh no.
and so eventually I stopped because like I'm bored.
See, Dylan was smart. He knows not to run with sharp.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and then she calls my mom. She calls my mom like, he tried to stab me. It's like, bro, there's no shot I'm gonna stab you, idiot. I can't get away with that.
Right.
As if she never.
If I could have stabbed you, I would have done it already.
As if she never fucking like bit my arm till it bled. Shut up. Shut up.
If you ever got bit so hard you bled, you know you were fucking.
Oh, I know.
I know too.
And then she's like, ooh, doing.
Zane was a biter.
I never had that problem. Remarkable.
One time-
Cade bit kids at Stay and Play.
What?
One time I got fucking spanked because Selena was too stupid to stay on a swing. She's like, push me, brother. I'm like, okay. You know, swing set shit. And it had just rained, so like, you know, like shit collects under swing sets and stuff. It was muddy.
Yeah.
And she's dumb as shit. Still is. Fell down into the mud. Not my fault. At all.
You thrusted me too with too
But
much
she,
force.
yeah, but she's like, Mom, Dylan pushed me in the mud. I said, huh? Doesn't matter.
Smack. Smack.
Still kept bringing that up. The main one she brought up for like years was the time that me and all my friends got snowed in at my house on purpose.
We're never gonna live that shit down.
Was that Snowpocalypse?
Yeah. And she,
Good
like,
times.
for forever, she, like, every time my mom would be, like, mad at her for doing something or
What Dylan had?
trying to do something, she's like, well, Dylan had all those friends snowed in over here 4 months ago, and you didn't do anything to him. It's like, ugh. Like, one time, Mom, like, this is probably the most recent example, and Selena, if you're listening, you should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed.
Yeah.
This was post high school. You're pathetic. I can't believe that you even tried this. But I was this was when I quit Elson because they fucked me over.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a job for like the whole summer, I think. And she wanted to ride my moped, and I told her no. So she went and asked Mom as if it was her property.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, it's not my moped or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Selena just goes on this tirade about how Dylan doesn't have a job. He's not doing anything. He's not even using the moped. Why can't I use it? And then I said, it's mine. And then she stormed off. Bitch. Colt, what are you doing? Oh my God. Terrible.
And,
Terrible.
and what were you saying would happen if pets were allowed in this apartment?
She probably, ooh, Dylan, do you want to watch my now 3 dogs?
You need-
Three!
She got three
She got
dogs.
another fucking dog named River.
Doodles.
They're all
Okay.
some kind of doodle. Golden Doodles, Remington. Some
Teacup
mini something doodles,
Fucking doodles.
Ruby Roo,
The dudes.
and then young
He
Riverbank.
was an Aussie doodle.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna call him yet,
I
but
just have 2 little bastards. That's all.
Echo's
bastards.
cool.
Echo's dope.
I
I
haven't
ain't,
seen
I ain't
him.
hung out with Echo yet.
You gotta meet.
I've seen
But-
the pictures. Echo looks cute.
He's a
But yeah,
beautiful
the
puppy.
dogs would be here, and Selena, she doesn't even care.
They'd shit on the floor. She'd be like,
Yeah,
yeah, that happened.
and then her fucking Remington chewed up my wallet. Now my rewards card doesn't work right at the gas station.
Yeah, thanks Remy for chewing up my fucking vape pod, you piece
Yeah.
of shit.
That shit was hilarious.
Sometimes I'll put it in, it works. Other times, invalid loyalty card. I'm like, sure, man.
Here's him pretending to smoke a cigarette.
Adorable.
Yo.
Very cool, dog.
See, he's chilling.
Yeah.
Big chilling. Oh, yeah.
Big chilling.
But yeah,
Dylan, what was the worst thing that you ever got spanked with?
well, the go-to was like spatula, which was a wooden spoon, idiot. Like, come
I'm gonna
on.
get the spatula out. It's a spoon, Mom.
Let me tell you.
I never brought it up as a kid, but like it was a wooden spoon.
I once
And she
watched
always called it a
Dylan's mom
spatula?
chase Dylan through. It was on vacation in the Ozarks, and she
Oh,
took one of
Jesus.
Dylan's T-shirts and rolled it up. And I've never seen this man run so fast.
I
He was
probably
up on
didn't
the
even.
couches and shit. His mom was jumping over tables. It was elite.
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
I knew how to get away. I probably didn't even do anything wrong.
No, that was when my whole family and your whole family went to Ozarks.
Yeah,
Dude, no,
that
I
was
got
sick.
there was like once I got the belt, which was pretty bad.
I've had a belt before. Yeah.
With coat hangers. Coat hangers.
Coat hangers?
were my dad's.
anything
Boy.
metal, really.
That was my
God
dad's
damn.
specialty. It was so crazy that Zane, little preschool Zane, was at Head Start, and they were showing him pictures of things, and they were like, "Oh, what's this for?" or whatever. And it was like, "Oh, a washing machine. What do you do with that? Oh, you get your clothes washed." And then they showed him a coat hanger, and they're like, "What's this?" And he said, "A coat hanger." And he's like, "Well, what do you do with this?" "Get spankings." And that was when Head Start called my mom and said,
Oh,
Robin?
This is a baseball bat. What's this?
Yeah. Yeah, Robin, we asked Sam what a coat hanger was, and he said he gets spankings. And my mom was like, no, they just like tries to scare him with it. Da, 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 da. Luckily, the lady knew my mom, so Child Protective
Services. Slap him in the
Services.
face.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
No, dude, but
Yeah.
I love being a kid.
My mom was always the one to give me spankings, but all my dad did was like yell, like real
Yeah.
loud. So there was always like the threat of violence.
I got bofa.
My dad gave me suffas.
It's suffies. Come on, man.
Suffies.
Explain to the people what suffies are.
So my dad would fucking just mess with me and stuff, and he would come into the room and he would fucking put the blanket like all over your body and just like put you in there, and he just would just keep saying Selfie. And I was just like, ah! And then my grandma, my late grandmother, would always get so mad at my dad for doing that stuff to us. Or
Trying to kill his children.
That ain't right.
and he wouldn't like full on force like with a pillow, but he would just be like, put a pillow over your head, be like, suffocation. And then it's like, Dad, stop. I mean, he would always stop. Obviously, I'm still alive. But,
That's true. That's true.
yeah, my dad did some weird shit. And like, he would get you by your fucking, like, your joint, like your fucking calf joint, and give you, he called it Chinese jibs. And you would get those all the time, dude. Like, my dad like grab his ankle, just like,
God, I hate that.
and then he would just fucking get you right here.
See, my dad wasn't. I'm not saying your dad was physical, but he wouldn't like physically go after you. It was the mental game with him. If there was a light switch around, God bless America. Yeah, my dad would. It would be 9 p.m. and he would just peek in the door, light on, light off. And he would just sit there and do that for like 10, 15 minutes. Like, Dad, go away. And he would go to the messages room. Light on, light off. And just stupid shit like that.
Oh,
But
man.
God.
always kept us entertained, that's for sure.
Yeah. My dad, like I said, when you say like, oh, my dad was physical, that sounds bad, but like my dad was.
Well, I wasn't
always-
getting suffies.
It was.
That's like a wrestling substitute.
Yeah, I don't mean like your dad's like beating you.
No,
Well,
no,
yeah,
no.
but he was like.
He was just like, my dad's weird and I'm weird
Oh,
because
yeah.
my dad's weird.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
blame like the way I am on my dad being the way he is. So, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Guys,
I'm always so angry because I grew up with my sister.
Mm-hmm.
She sucks.
Yeah.
I just remembered, technically, I did fight her once, but it
Uh-oh.
wasn't my fault.
What happened?
I used to be really ticklish on my feet.
Yeah.
Everyone knew this. Alex probably did too. Probably just unlocked a memory within him.
You did.
But
I just grown so much experience. I'm up to level 30.
I still am to an extent, but back then, if you like went like that to my foot, I couldn't control myself. So I was just laying there. Selena definitely knew this. If you say you didn't, fuck you. And we were on like vacation in like Florida or something.
Yeah.
And I'm laying on like a fucking flip bed.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes like this to my feet. Big mistake.
God,
Big.
And she's down there. Like she's down by my feet like
Oh, she's got her.
and I kicked her in the fucking face.
Serves her right.
And I did not do it intentionally. But I did it. And the first thing I said was, "Why would you do that?" And she was like, "Why'd you kick me in the face?" Like, Selena, we all know about this. Like, oh my god.
Jesus.
Boys,
Yeah.
I went to go see the new Batman last night.
You know, no spoilers. I did read, though, that, like, whatever happens with his parents happens in 2001 or some shit. So there's a non-zero chance that Batman's parents in this continuity died after going to take their son to see Shrek.
That's true.
That's sick as fuck.
It very well could have happened.
Dude, boys, it is. No spoilers, obviously, but it is so good.
Yeah, I'm
It's
excited to see
so
it.
good. It's like, it's such a more dark, gritty version of
Which is what Batman
what
should
you
be.
expect. But it blew my mind. I was just like, I did not think that I would like Robert Pattinson as Batman as much as I did.
No one thinks they're gonna like Robert Pattinson at all if you go through 2007
Yeah,
to
'cause
like
all
11.
you think about him is Twilight.
Or
But
12.
he's pretty good actor.
Yeah.
He is a good actor. Like I've seen like maybe one or two other movies he's been in. I
Well,
don't
he's
like
Cedric Diggory. I mean, come on.
or
He wasn't that good in that
Yeah,
movie.
he was kind of awful in there.
It's all right.
but
He's
other than
Cedric
that-
Diggory. Everybody loves Cedric.
I don't know what.
Well,
Because it was Robert Pattinson. If it wasn't Robert Pattinson, I don't know.
everybody loves Cedric.
I wonder if the next remake is going to be like a happier, brighter Batman.
No.
No.
Yay!
Batman found love.
They're gonna have like Jack Black as Batman.
And I really like, so like you guys remember back in like 2009-ish when that Cat movie came out with Halle Berry playing Catwoman?
How is
Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman is 1,000 times better than Halle Berry
Well, I would
ever
hope
was.
so. That film was terrible.
Yeah, ever
All those
was.
cats around her, and she gets
She
cleaned
was
up
like,
by cats.
yeah, cleaned up by cats,
Now-
and now she's Key Cat.
I'm Key Cat Woman.
I'm
Yeah.
Cat Woman.
Yeah, but no, I'm excited for you guys to see it so we can talk about it.
Yeah.
But it is so good,
Can't wait.
so good.
Can't wait.
Better or worse than? I can't.
Than
We
Christian
can't compare
Bale.
to Christian Bale yet because he has the trilogy.
True.
Yeah,
True.
it
Better
is-
or worse than Ben Affleck?
Oh, way better than Ben Affleck,
That's all I care about.
and better than the first Christian Bale movie, and
Right.
probably the third. I'm still caught.
well,
up
it's
in-
tough for anything
Heath
to beat
Ledger.
The Dark Knight.
Yeah,
it's tough to beat that.
I think Heath Ledger really.
That
steals the show.
wasn't a Christian Bale movie. That was Heath Ledger's movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I can't really compare that one, but I, in my opinion, think it was better than the first one and the
Wait,
third one.
was-
So is there hope for DC now?
Yeah.
Good.
Well, it kind of depends
what
if
the
it's
rest-
even in the
yeah.
universe or not, or if it's
the
a
way that
standalone
they, so
thing.
there was like a preview before the movie started that had like different clips from like the new Flash movie that's coming out and the new Black Adam movie with The Rock and like all that shit, and it had the Batman movie in there, and it's all like it's basically gonna be, I think, their universe.
I
you
mean,
know,
that's
like,
what Marvel's does, but like,
yeah.
DC needs to figure that.
it
shit
depends
out
how
and
this
actually do it
Flashpoint
well.
movie goes.
Dude, that Flash movie looks
It's
so
promising.
sick.
I'm hoping because I love the Flash. So I
Who's-
really hope they don't ruin it. And I
Who's
like,
playing the Flash?
the
I like
guy
Ezra
from
Miller.
Justice League, which
and
is
I like
good.
Ezra
Okay.
Miller. He's a good actor. I'm excited for him to be the Flash. Please don't ruin it. Please,
Yeah.
please.
And the Black
Who's-
Adam movie, I love Dwayne The Rock Johnson as Black Adam.
Yeah.
Like, that is so sick. And like,
Honestly,
although-
they just need to. If they would just stay away from, like, sure, yeah, you can make a Justice League movie, but you got to get the core down first.
Right, I
Like,
don't-
you got to get your guys going.
I don't know how they went from like Batman and Wonder Woman straight to like Justice League.
They're trying to make all of Marvel
Well,
into 1 year. It's like you get this thing takes
Right.
time.
Batman's movie wasn't even his. It was a sequel to Man of Steel.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Man of. Yeah, you're right.
It was
Man of
Batman v
Steel.
Superman.
Then it was
Yeah.
Batman v Superman. So Batman didn't even like
He
Ben
was-
Affleck Batman. I don't
Doesn't
think has
have
his
his
own
own
movie.
movie, no.
Yeah, which is crazy.
And the
No.
Batman was supposed to.
Cyborg was a completely introduced character in that movie.
Yeah. Oh, they soiled Cyborg, but the
Yeah.
very big it could have been such a promising Batman movie because
Yeah.
Yeah.
even the setup with like they had so much info packed into the beginning of that movie where he's like trying to get everything formed together. Then the
Well,
Robin suit. And,
I
Right.
I really was hoping that they would run into like John Jones, like the Martian, and like he kind of have control, like he does in the Justice League. Him kind of have control over everything and like get these groups together. But then again, they didn't have a Martian movie to go from, so
Right.
like nobody. If you weren't familiar with like DC, like me and Alex especially
Right.
are, then you would have not understood why this big green man is like.
Well, I think they were
running
trying to
this
do
shit.
that. I think, like, I don't know if you ever watched, like, the Supergirl on CW or
I
anything like
did.
that. Like, they were trying to do stuff like that with the Martian Men on that. But
I think he needs to have his own movie because I think that his
100%.
origin story is really cool, and how he gets to Earth is like super cool. And
the
then-
last thing you can worry about is Green Lantern because we don't really give a shit about Green
no,
Lantern.
and I would honestly, if they cast Ryan Reynolds again,
He will
A,
not do that.
A, Ryan Reynolds don't do that. B, I would go for the
Deadpool.
John Stewart version
Yes.
anyway.
Deadpool
Why
killed.
change it in the first place?
Yeah, go to John Stewart anyway.
Bro,
so.
Deadpool killed the Ryan Reynolds that was gonna take the part for Green Lantern.
Yeah.
So they cannot.
Yeah.
He
The
can't
most
do
hype
it.
thing that they could ever make is Deadpool, Spider-Man, Ant-Man, and Wolverine. If that were to ever happen,
Well,
nothing would
Deadpool,
succeed.
sick.
that.
Deadpool right now pretty much has open game in.
Well,
like,
Deadpool has broke the
anywhere.
fourth wall and
Yeah.
can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Deadpool
is
3
exciting.
is gonna show up eventually.
Yes, which I'm hoping
course it
reignites X-Men and they do it right because
Yeah.
they've done X-Men wrong too many times.
Every
Yeah.
time.
Every single time.
Single time it's
Every
been done.
fucking time they do it, they do it wrong.
Logan is the only good X-Men movie,
God,
and it's
Logan is so good.
it's so. I cried at the end of Logan.
Dude. it's
I was
so
crying.
Well, was it because of the
Hey,
movie,
man.
or is it because you know he's done with Wolverine?
No, it was the movie, like
Yeah.
the scene, like you know what scene I'm
Yes.
talking about with the
Hey.
stump. What's up, dog?
That part where Quicksilver runs through the mansion that's exploding is dope.
That is that.
Okay, that's
okay,
dope.
name another X-Men scene.
There-
ever.
Can't.
There are cool scenes from X-Men movies.
Quicksilver's good.
Yeah,
He's
liked-
in WandaVision, sort of.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
I liked I
He's a
liked
variant.
X2 specifically because it was you had like Bobby the Iceman.
It's
you
more
had all
nostalgia.
those- yeah,
No.
I had all those guys in there, but like looking at it now,
I
back
think First
when
Class
I was
is alright.
yeah, back
It's
to
all
when
right.
I was like that age watching that movie for the first time, like yeah, it's definitely nostalgia stuff.
Yeah.
But no, I mean it still like holds a place in
right.
because I like that movie,
Yeah.
but and
Every-
like Juggernaut and all like I
Oh, yeah.
love.
Well, I loved my favorite X-Men was Cyclops growing up. He was the
Oh
man.
yeah.
I don't know why. I just liked him. Like he's literally like he can't do anything
Yeah.
but shoot a laser,
Right.
and he can't even open his fucking eyes. I don't know why I like the guy, but
It's true.
Wolverine's always been my favorite, but I think Wolverine's who they center on in every X-Men movie.
Which you almost have to. If it's not Wolverine, Jean Grey, or Charles Xavier,
Right.
what are you doing?
Right.
Like we are not here
No.
for anyone else.
Now, what's the X-Men movie, or I guess maybe movies, where it's Wolverine and his brother, and
The
it's,
Sabretooth?
Yeah.
X-Men Origins.
It's X-Men. It's,
Wolverine.
See,
yeah.
yeah,
Where
X-Men.
Ryan Reynolds is
See,
Deadpool.
I only bring that up because I remember watching that one as a kid, and my dad would always get like bootleg movies. Right,
Sure.
I'm talking like so bootleg, you can be watching the movie and see someone fucking walk in front of the screen during the movie while you're watching it at your dad's
You
place.
just see a silhouette of a
Right.
nutsack.
Well,
It's like,
X-Men Origins 2, I don't know like where this file came from.
There was never an X-Men Origins.
X-Men Origins. That's what you're talking
X-Men
about.
Origins, right? So they're on the train, and that whole scene is like just like the computer models fighting on the train. When I saw that movie,
Yeah.
Because I watched the unfinished version of that movie.
What the fuck?
That's what my dad bought for like $5 in a parking lot.
I'll also say that Nightcrawler in that movie was so
Nightcrawler
good.
was good.
So
Yeah.
good.
They did the Beast and Nightcrawler right.
I
Beast
agree.
actor and Nightcrawler actor was really good. Not a big fan. They kind of ruined Mystique with Jennifer Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
They
So-
depended on her a lot,
Yeah.
just because it was Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah,
She's hot.
she's very hot, but they ruined Mystique. So
And
downgrade.
that one scene in the X-Men movie where Magneto's in the plastic jail. or
Oh yeah,
whatever.
and he
Yeah.
breaks out because he like
Well,
sucks.
No,
think
no,
about
no.
these
The iron
popular
out of that guy's blood.
superhero movies. The X-Men just focus so much on like relationships and shit. It's like
Yeah.
we don't care about this. You are mutant humans.
That
Right.
scene when Mystique stabbed that security guard in the neck with all that that metal syringe or that syringe full of like liquid metal, and he fucking was like, "Choo," and like burst through this dude's body with all the metal and then got himself out. I thought that was such a cool scene.
Oh yeah, that was pretty sick.
Let's just be honest and all agree that Magneto is the coolest mutant.
Oh, he's
like
pretty.
like I would love to see a Magneto versus a non X-Men, like Magneto versus Spider-Man or something like that.
Yeah.
Break that barrier.
Yeah, be pretty rad.
Yeah, superhero movies are dope.
Because the coolest part of the Batman vs Superman, I think it was, or maybe it was Justice League, when I think it was a post-credit where Lex Luthor is talking to Deathstroke, and then nothing ever comes of that. It's like, you have two of the most iconic DC villains in one room, and then nothing.
I think that they have a lot of.
They have so much ammunition
Honestly-
to work with.
Honestly, after seeing this new Batman movie, they have a lot of room that they can go because, like,
Yeah.
the Penguin,
Riddler.
the Riddler, and then I cannot wait for you guys to see it because I can talk about the last thing, but I'm not gonna say.
Well,
more.
hopefully by the next podcast we'll all have seen it and be able to break it down.
Right.
Yeah, but it's so fantastic, and the guy who they chose to play the Riddler, I don't think you could have found anybody more
Yeah.
perfect. Honestly,
Who is it, or is that spoilers?
no, I just don't want to say.
Okay.
Just because I want you
Alright.
to experience it. You know.
I want to.
I don't know if you ever watched Gotham, but the
Yeah, I
guy
did.
who played the Riddler at Gotham, he was good.
Yeah, I like this guy better.
Yeah.
So.
I've watched a couple. I'd say no spoilers, but of course I've watched everything I can possibly find on it.
course.
Yeah.
I haven't, but
Oh, it's. Dude,
I've
it's-
watched like the trailers and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but I haven't watched any like.
Which did you guys happen to watch? I don't know. Are you Star Wars fans at all? Not really.
Kind
The
of.
Obi-Wan trailer, awful.
Really?
Like I'm excited for the show still, but the trailer was just garbage. It was a heaping pile of garbage.
is that like a Disney
not
Plus
important.
exclusive?
Yeah,
or some
it's
shit?
I think it's what happens basically because you see Obi-Wan when Anakin's Darth Vader, young and everything, and then you see him when he's super old. So I think it's the in between
Okay.
sort of deal,
Right on.
which is cool. And they got Ewan McGregor back.
So
Awesome.
they also got a show coming out on Paramount Plus. It's a Halo.
Dude, they have so much good stuff. They've got the Avatar live action. They're making a live action One Piece, which don't get me started because I'm pissed off about that. And then they have the live action Lord of the Rings. I say live action. They got Lord of the Rings TV show coming out. That's exciting.
And all on different streaming.
Oh, everything's on
Right.
something different. You
Lord
gotta
of the
have
Rings
six
is on
subscriptions.
Amazon, I think.
I remember
Yeah.
when like
so,
they.
like, you should have that.
Yeah.
I remember when they just started coming out with like streaming and like Netflix. When like Netflix came out, it's like, oh well, I mean, people can just like stop paying so much for cable and just have Netflix and watch
Bro,
TV. And that's what
when it comes to
family did.
my life, Netflix has Big Mouth, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, I
But-
never open Netflix. It's Funimation or nothing. Come on, be real
I
honest.
watch Big Mouth on Netflix, and I watch
Netflix is for
Supernatural.
like Supernatural, Ozark, like those big.
I watch movies
shows.
on Netflix.
Sure.
I don't. There's not really any shows
When
that
I
I
go
watch
to,
on Netflix.
I have Amazon. I mean, I've got so many subscriptions, but,
So do
but
I.
Hulu's got a lot of stuff. I
Oh,
watch on
Oh,
Hulu.
by the way, I found out the other day that at least 2 or 3 of the Demon Slayer episodes for season 2 are dubbed now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Hulu, update. You heard about this already, but John DiMaggio
Yes,
He's back as Bender. So
Yes.
they all coming back for Futurama in 2023.
Have you seen the live action cast for One Piece yet?
Yes, I have.
Have you the new 6 that they dropped yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Upsetting. Very upsetting.
Who's playing
Yeah, I
Luffy?
didn't want to say anything.
So no, the Luffy. I didn't like it. I didn't like any of these at first.
I don't think you're ever going to when it comes to an anime movie.
Which
Honestly.
Luffy and Nami look really good.
There's
I
like
really
if they
don't
ever
like
did
Zoro's character.
And Garp they got perfect, but they
I don't know.
they're just soiling it.
If they ever
Don't
did
ruin
like
my favorite show in the world.
if they ever did like live action Digimon, I literally couldn't tell you who I'd want to play Tai.
No,
Right.
it doesn't.
So like
it would never be what you want it to
or
be.
When are-
Mimi or Joe.
When are they coming out with that fucking
Easy.
Mario movie?
Eventually.
I want to see Chris Pratt
It's
jump on some Goombas.
it's animated.
It's animated?
Yes. Oh my God, brother. Jesus
Chris
Christ.
Pratt is just voicing.
Okay.
Bro.
I forgot it was animated.
It's being made by Illumination. Minions people.
And they also
I
got
forgot.
This might
You're
be
an idiot.
And I keep seeing, on another note, I keep seeing like previews for Sonic 2, and it looks so freaking good.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
So
Here's
freaking
the
good.
cast that they
Yeah, I saw that
for
picture.
each one, and then that's just the original
Slide
5.
that up.
Did they reveal
Slide
Usopp?
Yeah,
That's
Usopp
kind of the
looks-
only one I care about.
Usopp looks good.
Is
Yeah.
that Japanese Eminem?
That's what I'm saying. They made Sanji Eminem. But Luffy looks good because Luffy's there's
Yeah, I
17
I
think
of
do
them.
that's
not
what it
like
is.
Zoro's.
And Nami is perfect.
Yeah,
I don't know. You just gotta hope they get it
Yeah,
right.
Zoro's
That's all you
bad.
can really do.
And just
right.
and they got Garp really good, and then it's just some
I
of the
don't
newer ones like they're adding Buggy. I just don't want them.
I'm not really going to say anything about it because I know I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah,
It's another
I'm gonna watch it.
subscription
And
I
I'm
don't have to pay
gonna
for.
probably hate every second, but I'm really excited for it. The most exciting thing is the Avatar live action. I'm hoping because you don't see anything about it, but you know what's happening.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, they're making a live action version of it, and
yeah.
and that's what's exciting to me is I don't know any information.
What's
and I don't
weird is that we know that the original people aren't on it anymore. The creators of like the original show,
Really?
because of I don't remember what it was. Some sort of disagreements between them and Netflix for like casting and stuff. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But then now there's also like Avatar Studios who's been like
Well, then it's just
a thing.
As soon as Netflix gets a hold of something, it's just scary.
Well, like this show is still being the live action show is still on Netflix, but now Avatar Studios exists, and most, if not all, Nickelodeon property are on Paramount Plus. So a lot of the Avatar, because there's going to be new Avatar stuff.
Yeah.
Because like,
It's
why wouldn't
they
there
should
be?
never stop making it. I mean, it's an amazing idea.
I was just thinking, you said Paramount Plus, and I was watching Jimmy Neutron on it the other day, and I was
Got a
watching.
blast.
I was watching the
That
episode.
shows beyond its time. It needs to come back.
I was watching the episode where Jimmy and Cindy switch bodies, basically like through the brain waves or whatever.
Yeah.
And you know how like at the end they get all their memories or whatever in this giant bubble, and then
Because
their
Sheen,
friends,
Carl, and Libby have to
they have to separate it, right? So like, after they're done, the scene that got me was when Jimmy like wakes up and he's like, "I can't see my ankles," and then Carl just out of nowhere is like, "Oh my God, he's blind!" It's like, "No, Carl, I have long pants. Like I can't see my ankles."
Oh my god.
Yeah, he fucking killed me, dude. I forgot how funny Carl really is.
Carl's hilarious.
Like,
Looking back on it, Carl's probably my favorite character. from that
Carl
show.
is the fucking man,
You
dude.
Neutron's goaded.
Yeah,
is,
Hugh
yeah.
Neutron is goated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
but
That's about all we got
Bring
on
it
Jimmy
back,
Neutron.
bro. bring it
back.
the fuck.
That was
back.
like the greatest animated movie. I would put it in top 10 of greatest animated movies. Was that first Jimmy
Oh, yeah.
Neutron movie? Where
the
they
first
go to space?
SpongeBob
Yes.
movie, bro.
Yes.
we got the beat.
The soundtrack
Yeah.
for that shit, yeah.
Like when they're flying through space, I'm like, let's fucking
Dude,
go!
nothing was more hype than
What-
Jimmy Neutron
Where?
getting down.
Wait, where is We Got the Beat in that movie?
That's when they are building the
I I thought that's when they were fighting the little green people. And it was playing that pop music. I could be a different song.
Where?
I think that it was when they were building the Ferris wheel, like the carnival rides of spaceships.
Are you sure that's not Kids of America? Because I'm pretty sure it's Kids of America.
I think
I know everywhere.
I couldn't think of the name.
I think that We Got the Beat was actually the credit scene.
It could be
music.
I think that song's in there.
Yeah.
I thought it was when they were fighting the aliens.
Yeah.
Fucking Kids of America is in the Digimon movie.
I know, dude.
That's
Digimon
so
movie,
funny.
that is the most goated movie ever.
When you're a kid,
When they
you watch it now, the first part, wow, incredible.
Yeah.
Then you get to the part with Davis, and it's not their fault, because like the studio was like, you gotta fit these 3 Japanese movies into 2 hours. One of the movies they told them to fit was 2.5 on its own. So it's just cut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And there's a part where Davis is crying. He's like, that's the saddest story I've ever heard. And then young Willis, which they could have just kept his name Wallace. I don't know why they changed it.
God.
But he was like, hey, stop crying. This is my problem, not yours. And then he's like, okay. He cries a lot longer in the action.
And then there was the first Pokemon movie, which is probably the most goated movie of all time. Hard to beat that.
Yeah,
Bro, Pikachu's tears saved Ash.
all of them. They're all just like, wah. Dugong's all like, God!
See, Ash thought he heard dong.
Yeah.
So he
like,
got back up.
He's like,
dong.
what is it?
Where is it?
Brock?
Jesus.
Movies, TV, and stuff.
Cinema.
boys.
It's pretty
Cinema.
Cinema.
I did.
Sooodaaa.
You guys are gonna.
The paradigm of cinema.
Not a sponsor.
You guys are gonna be upset with me, but I didn't choose where we went to go see the Batman last night, but it was a fucking Warenberg theater, so I had to watch.
Is that I thought Warenberg got bought out.
Did you go to Arnold?
Yeah. So I had to. No.
Didn't
wait.
something got bought out
Who's
by
the-
fucking Marcus?
Yeah, it was Marcus. Excuse
Fuck
me.
Marcus!
It was
Oh my
Marcus.
God.
It was Marcus, and he was old as shit, and he was like.
He's always old as shit.
Was he sitting in the movie theater chair?
Yeah,
like,
he was.
turn off your phone, like, fuck you, Marcus.
Yeah.
I like the movies.
I'm so glad.
I like the movies too, Marcus. Get the fuck out of here.
Where's Warenberg?
I'm so glad that I started this among our friend group. Just one day, I don't remember what, it was probably the campaign, and Marcus comes up and like, fuck you, Marcus! Just out loud.
Yeah.
No. I think it was the Croods because we were the only ones in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're the only ones in there,
No.
and Dylan cussed out Marcus Theaters.
He pisses me off! Because every time it fades to black, doesn't matter how many times I've been wronged by him, it fades to black, you're like, yes, it's time to watch. And it's like, so anyway, about the snack bar. Fuck off!
Let me watch the movie, Marcus.
There was one time he talked to us about operas.
I passed the snack bar on the way in, Marcus.
Marcus, I don't want to go to an opera. I want to watch Spider-Man.
I've spent $20 to watch this movie with popcorn.
I spent
and a
$20 on the
soda.
popcorn alone.
Yeah. Let me watch the movie, Marcus. How much more
Fuck
money do you
Marcus.
want?
Nothing's more goated though at the Marcus theaters than $5 Tuesdays.
Yeah, that is pretty.
That's pretty sick.
dumb.
It's goated.
It ain't worth seeing that.
I'd pay $30 to see a movie if I didn't get to see Marcus.
So the real question is, are you gonna go with us again?
Probably. That movie was really good.
Sick.
I would
Is there
love
any
to.
movies you guys have fallen asleep to?
Not in
Yeah.
the theater.
Yes.
I've left.
Yes, there. Infinity War.
I've left 2 movies.
It was Endgame, but
Or
What?
Endgame.
How?
Yeah. That was back when I was working shift work at the
The
jail, and so I had just
Damn.
worked overnight. And then Dylan's like, "We gotta see this movie," and
So-
I was like,
he agreed with me.
"Yes, we do."
So, spoilers if you're dumb enough to have not seen Endgame yet.
The statute of limitations have passed.
He
Right.
fell asleep, and he completely missed Black Widow dying at all. So he wakes up for like the last like fight, all the cool shit at the end, and then they're all like Tony's funeral, and then they're like, if only she could be here, talking about Black Widow, all that shit, and he's like, what the fuck happened to Black Widow? and I was just like, she's dead. He's like, what?
Bro, I was so fucking tired. I tried so hard to keep my eyes open.
So you've seen it all the way through?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, okay.
After that,
Yeah.
yes, I've seen it all the way through. But
And
like,
he saw it again with his family.
yeah, that night I was just like, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit, and then like my
Dude,
eyes,
it's so comfy
and
in
then
there.
like my eyes
Yeah.
closed, and I was just going.
I've been to plenty of movies when Kate picks the movies. I've been to plenty of movies where I've fallen asleep in. There's only one movie I ever walked out of, and it was Gravity with Sandra Bullock. I got about 10 minutes in, I'm like, this sucks. And I got up and I left.
I walked out of one movie, but I couldn't leave because I didn't drive, and it was Taken 2.
Oh, that's a terrible. That's a whole other podcast.
I don't
that
remember
story.
if Alex was there. I'm almost
Is that not the
positive
one
he
I
was.
that
think I
Kilo
was.
showed up drunk at? Or
That was the campaign.
That was the campaign.
And me and Dustin also got kicked out.
You got
Yeah.
kicked out just for being
Yeah, but we got back in, baby. God, that
there. Now,
movie,
have you ever went into a theater? Sorry to cut you off. Ever went
Yeah.
to a theater, bought tickets for one movie, walked out, and gone to a different movie? Because I've done that a few times.
I don't
I
think
have
I
not.
have.
Me and Kate went. God, was it me and Kate? We'll say it was me and Kate. We went to go see.
Had to be you and
Fuck,
Kate.
what was it? It was
He's never dated
the
anyone.
Lorax or something stupid like that, and we
Yeah.
said, "Fuck this!" We walked into Project X and sat down and just watched that instead.
That's a pretty big upgrade.
it was the good.
I
move,
have
the right
a
move.
friend that looks just like the fat, curly-headed guy in Project X.
I thought you were gonna say Lorax. I was like, God damn, that's
No,
quite
straight
handsome.
up.
Yeah.
I'll have to find it, but yeah, he looks like he's like his twin, dude.
really.
Jonathan.
No,
Where is Jonathan?
he couldn't be here today.
He's in.
He's in Tunisia
somewhere.
solving the debt
He
crisis.
played Mario Party with us a few times.
Yeah, he has.
He doesn't answer me.
Yeah,
He's a
doesn't-
little piece of
He's
shit.
pretty bad at doing
He's
that.
a big piece of shit, let's be
That's
honest.
true. I chest kick him.
He deserves it.
Nah.
Right between the teats.
He's the same age as us.
Shit, we're over an hour already.
Damn.
So,
What the
Time
fuck
flies
was
when
I
we're having
talking
fun.
about? Taken 2 and something else.
Taken 2. Kilo showed up to a movie drunk.
Yeah. The campaign was the fucking comedy event of the year.
I
Yeah.
rewatched that so many times. It's so good.
It's
Because
pretty
it
amazing.
literally, leading up to that, you had banger after banger for like Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Because leading up to it, it was like Step Brothers into Anchorman into Step Brothers into something else. Probably the other guys.
Tropic Thunder, I think, wasn't it?
Tropic Thunder's not Will Ferrell.
That's Ben Stiller.
No, Will Ferrell's in Tropic Thunder. Not Tropic Thunder. Sorry.
Semi-Pro?
Semi-pro, yeah.
I don't know how
Flint Tropics. That's
Yeah,
why I got that.
okay.
All
But
right.
yeah, and then the campaign, but it was because like it was the Hangover movies into the campaign, so like they were both super popular then. It's a really funny fucking movie.
Dude, I still watch YouTube of Between Two Ferns.
Yeah.
Zach Galifianakis is
Yeah.
a different breed.
His interview with Hillary Clinton.
Yes.
What's a good place to reach you? Email.
When he did it with, I think my favorite one was either Matthew McConaughey or when he did Brie Larson. And he basically, he said something to Brie Larson like, so are you always this ugly or you just get up like that? Or something. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. He goes hard, and
Oh,
then,
he's a savage.
then they always call him fat.
Yeah, they do the Steve Carell one where he's
Or when Obama calls him fat.
Yes.
Imagine interviewing Obama, and he calls you fat.
Well, he says Obama's second term was really bad or something like
Yeah.
that. And Obama's like, you did 3 Hangover movies. That didn't really work out too well, did it? It's like, God, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
It really sucks that the second Hangover movie just there's no reason to really watch it.
Yeah.
First and third, pretty sick. First one, obviously, more so.
I
But
think. The
I
first-
stand by that the third one's really fucking funny.
Yeah, the third one is really fucking.
That's
The second
where
one
they
is
got a
2.
Bangkok.
It's almost
No, that's
always
2. The second one is still funny. It's
Yeah.
just, it's the same.
Yeah.
It's almost always like that, where the second movie's the worst, except for the Dark Knight trilogy. Other than that, well, and I guess Spider-Man.
But, like, the second one was so not great that people didn't appreciate the third one when it came
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I think the third one's so good.
Oh, they're
and
all
comedy.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I actually am really interested in seeing Jackass Forever.
Yeah.
Because I've seen
At
a lot
some
of, I've seen all the Jackass stuff, so that movie looks sick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, boys.
I'll get into Taken 2 another fucking.
yeah.
That's a whole
podcast.
Taken 2 and Taken 3.
Who was you? Obviously weren't with us. Were you there?
It was me, Tyler, you, Kilo. Because you, Dustin, and Kilo got kicked out, and it was
That was
me.
the campaign.
Yeah, it was. Oh, yeah.
But I'm talking about Taken 2. Were you there for Taken 2?
I'm almost positive because you
Tyler,
bitched about it the whole time,
Bro, Nick and
if you're gonna
Colin.
be taken,
Bro.
I was there.
God. Fuck
Dylan
that
was
movie.
guessing the lines because it was like, I don't know where you are.
I have never seen Taken 1.
Yeah.
So the ability I had to predict this film.
hated Taken 2.
And then the whole time you got then Nick and Colleen, idiots. Like,
Idiots.
You should have appreciated the film. We all went to watch it together. It's like I can hate a film if I want to,
Right.
Nick.
What was the one where you were talking about where Nick was bitching about Spider-Man's ghost or whatever?
That was amazing.
Can Spider-Man fight a ghost?
That was-
like, shut the fuck up, Nick.
Dustin and Nick, I will never watch a Spider-Man film. I think I broke this with Nick. My bad. But the other one, never going with Dustin. Because, God, me and Alex are trying to watch this amazing Spider-Man. It's like, what did he even do, Spider-Man? Fought a ghost? How's he going to fight a fucking ghost?
Well, there's no ghosts in here, Dustin.
I was like, Dustin, where's the ghost? Shut the fuck up.
Fucking meatball.
Yeah, and then Nick gets mad at me when I point out the flaws of Taken 2. Many of which, by the way.
One of the lines literally like, I'm gonna be taken. And Dylan's like, oh my god, I'm done. Dylan literally stood up and walked out.
Yeah.
There's I think Taken 3. I don't like
Taken 3 was any fight scene, the camera was whoosh, whoosh, like,
Yeah.
it went everywhere.
Yeah. Taken 1 was a decent movie.
Yes, it was.
Taken 2 is just
I'm
cheese.
pretty sure it's Taken 3. It
Yeah.
might be Taken 2. But there's a part where they just avoid saying Taken.
Yeah.
He's like, we're gonna be snatched.
Yes! Yes, I remember that.
I'm like, are you shitting me?
It's like,
We're
you
gonna
have
be
something
snatched.
wrong with it.
No one's saying snatch.
It's a fucking action movie. Some Albanian mobsters are about to fucking kidnap
We're
you.
about to be chicken.
and you're like,
No, okay,
"Dad."
we're gonna talk about Taken next time. Fucking remind me.
Yeah.
Holy shit, fuck Taken 2.
We're gonna sit here for another hour talking about the Taken
And then
franchise.
like what they
Lisa's
this whole conflict went into high school because Dylan keeps complaining about this movie we all went to see together. Like I have to enjoy every event with these people.
right. Every
And I was like, and then they were like, Jason, go see the movie. You tell us if it's good. This is the only time Jason's ever been wrong, by the way. 'Cause he said Taken 2 was good. Jason's no
very
shot.
wrong. Very wrong.
No shot. And we'll get into it.
Yeah, well, it's another time.
We've hit our time. Okay, you know, what a journey.
what a journey it's
Close.
been.
We talked milk.
Sean kicked a kid,
Yeah, he did.
I kicked a
that
small
kid.
child
and
in the
Sean's
chest.
nickname is now Pork Chop forever.
Yeah,
Great.
Porky.
choppy. Anyway.
Bye.
Bye.